we're going to talk to you about how we can use TikTok as an engaging and creative tool in an EFL classroom. And you might be asking yourself, why TikTok? Well, it turns out that TikTok has become one of the most popular platforms worldwide, especially among young people. It's fast, it's visual, it's interactive. These are three key features that can make language learning more dynamic. So instead of banning it from the classroom, why don't we use it to our advantage? And let's not forget that our students today love short, authentic content. And this is precisely what makes TikTok perfect for microlearning. Short, focused tasks that improve pronunciation, vocabulary, and fluency. TikTok's multimodal nature, video, sound, text, and imagery support different learning styles and help students connect linguistic form with personal expression. Because stories are short, learners can focus on clarity and fluency without feeling overwhelmed, leading to increased confidence and motivation. But how does TikTok support English language learning? It improves listening and pronunciation through imitation and repetition of real content. TikTok encourages creativity and self expression in English. It helps students develop digital literacy and responsible online behavior through digital agency. It increases motivation and confidence when they produce their own content. So now we would like to share with you some of our ideas on how to implement TikTok in your classroom. Let's start with the practice of receptive activities. Here, we can use existing and previously curated TikToks for listening or speaking analysis. For example, you may play a short video with English subtitles and ask students to identify expressions, slangs, or idioms. You can also have them summarize what they just watched using target grammar structures. You may play a TikTok and pause it somewhere in order to ask comprehension questions or even prediction questions, such as, for example, what do you think will happen next? And you can, of course, make all of this, like make your own TikToks and have your students do all of this. Not necessarily, they don't necessarily need to be from somewhere on the TikTok app.
Now, for the productive activities, students can create their own TikToks under different interaction patterns, individually, as a monologue, pair work, or even working in small groups. This is where creativity meets language learning. Some examples are mini role plays, like ordering food, describing a trip, or giving directions, and then have students develop a follow-up activity on the matter. Vocabulary challenges are another idea in which students explain or show new words through objects or gestures. Grammar in context, for example, making a past versus present challenge using short clips, which can help students solidify their understanding of grammatical structures because it connects form, meaning, and use in an authentic and creative way. Cultural exchange. Students record short videos showing aspects of their local culture while speaking English and using certain target structures. And who knows, maybe somebody else in a faraway land might find this to be an interesting idea for them. Now, storytelling in EFL classes usually provides a meaningful context, interesting atmosphere, and is used as a tool to highly motivate students. But how about TikTok storytelling? The power of TikTok storytelling lies in its ability to merge creativity, shortness, and authenticity to engage learners emotionally and cognitively. Through short, visually dynamic videos, students can express ideas, emotions, and experiences in English while developing meaningful communication skills. So, here's a simple project idea for TikTok storytelling. Students create a 1 minute story in English divided into short clips: introduction, conflict, and resolution. They can use subtitles, captions, and background music to enhance meaning. This integrates writing, speaking, and listening skills. Now, digital responsibility matters. Of course, we must guide students on responsible use. It is important to always discuss online safety and privacy. For example, you may have your class use class-only hashtags or private accounts. Don't forget to tell your students to ask for consent before recording. You might have to remember students to focus on educational content and respect digital etiquette. And as for the grading part, TikTok projects can be graded using rubrics that assess language accuracy and fluency, creativity and task completion, pronunciation and use of vocabulary, teamwork and presentation. In a nutshell, TikTok can turn traditional language activities into meaningful modern learning experiences. It's a bridge between a students' digital worlds and the classroom, where language comes alive through creativity, communication, and fun. So, are you ready to use TikTok in your classrooms? Because I am.